Frozen meat defrosting and dry aging method using Ecora super tissue. Wrap the meat with Ecora super tissue once it has been chopped into pieces. Wrap it again with a plastic bag and plastic wrap it to keep it airtight. Once wrapped in warp plastic, place the meat in the refrigerator for short-term storage and the freezer for long-term storage. Store in the fridge and replace with new sheet of Ecora super tissue after 2 to 3 days. If you plan to consume it for an extended period of time, place it in the freezer. After 2 days of storage, replace the Ecora super tissue sheets with new ones. The bad meat drip will be absorbed by the Ecora super tissue within 2 to 3 days. Replace old sheet with new sheet. Also, reuse old plastic bags and warp plastics. Then wrap again with plastic wrap and refrigerate for 7 days. Wrapping the meat in this manner tenderizes it and adds taste. You can eat it with delight. Ecora super tissue absorbs bad meat drip, making the meat taste better and the meat becomes tender. When blood stains from meat are washed off with water, they disappear immediately and the Ecora super tissue sheet looks like a new sheet without stain. This is the result of meat storage after 10 days. Ecora super tissue absorbs the bad meat drip for 10 days. Replace old sheets with new ones to be stored in the refrigerator. The longer the meat is preserved, the better it tastes. Look at this, sheet from meat has so much blood absorbed. When blood stains from meat are washed off with water, they disappear immediately and the Ecora super tissue sheet looks like a new sheet without stain. After cooking, the texture of the meat is more tender and more flavorful. This is the sheet used to wrap the meat. It can be reused to clean the residual oil on the stove. If washed again, it can be used for other cleaning until the sheet decomposes. Results of Ecora super tissue absorbs the bad meat drip for 2 weeks. Don't forget to trim and separate fat and shrunken meat. With this method, frozen moisture from meat absorbed well by Ecora super tissue and makes the meat becomes tender. Frozen pork meat defrosting and dry aging method using Ecora super tissue. This pork that was stored for 2 weeks. Replace old sheets with new ones to be stored in the refrigerator. 1 slab of meat will be cooked to test the flavor of the pork meat. The color of the pork stays bright and fresh. It is different from other aging meat when cooked that produces water. Dry aging method using Ecora super tissue does not produce excessive water because it has been absorbed.